Welcome back to another episode of the Educated and the Reckless podcast with your host, Apollo P and
NoBetterNina.
And, if you're tuning in, this is another reckless, educated-based podcast that's so effervescent and filled with youth and variety and ignorance. And
Episode 21.
Episode 21,
yeah.
21. Oh, and 21 is going to drop an album.
Oh,
on the
wow.
21st.
Ha, 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 ha.
On the 21st.
Wow. That's next week, no? Yeah,
yes.
Next Friday.
21.
Got it.
Yes, so let's get into it. How you been, Nina?
Good. I've actually had a really good week. I went out on Friday to Wallen.
Mm-hmm.
That was my first time going there. It was fun, but I fucked up. So let me tell you what happened. I went out on the Friday night and everything was good. Like I had a good night, whatever. Me and Brittany went together. It was cool. And then I never have a problem waking up for work the next day. And I have hashtag the next morning, right? I never have a problem waking up the next day. I usually just set a nice 1-2 alarm and I'm fine. Like I get up, I hear it and I'm good, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck happened, but I had 2 alarms set and I must have turned them both off. I don't even remember hearing them, nothing.
Mm.
I woke up at 9:24.
Yeah.
And I seen the light in my window and I'm like, fuck. I'm like, this is not a good sign because there's a light outside. Usually when I get up on a Saturday, it's still dark out.
Yeah.
I've panicked. I look at my phone. It's 9:24. I call Solitaire. I'm like, you guys, I just fucking woke up. Yeah. I don't know if I'm even going to make it on time. Like I was literally like, I just opened my eyes when I had called them and they were like, okay, it's fine. I was like, can I just tweet from home? And they were like, yeah. So I fucked up big time with that. I've never, ever missed work because of like going out the night before. So I really don't know what happened, but safe to say, whenever I have a show the next morning, I will not be going out on a Friday ever again.
Oh.
So that was a big fuck up on my part.
Yeah.
Sorry. The whole asthma thing got a little bit better.
You still got asthma. That's the funny part.
But it's still kind of sucks.
You got asthma. You got an inhaler?
Yeah, I've been using it.
Oh.
On Monday, I brought back my YouTube channel. So I filmed my first episode of No Better Take, which is I'm picking like 3 popular stories that I personally have an opinion on, give you like a rundown with details and stuff you probably didn't know about, and then my opinion. I spent about like a minute or 2 each on them. And then my mom's work has like a soccer team and they needed more players. So I got to play for the first time in 2 years, which was really fun. That was last night. And I was really happy because like I don't have friends who like to play soccer in general.
You don't have friends that are athletic.
Not that they're not athletic, but like Brittany, for example, doesn't play soccer.
Is she athletic though?
She works out, but she doesn't play like sports.
Man, athletic is not working out. Like you working out is working out. You train.
Okay, so then I guess she's not athletic. I don't know. She doesn't play any sports.
All right, but that's exactly what it means. She's not an athlete.
But like, yeah, I don't have any friends who play soccer. So I don't have anyone I can play pickup games with and stuff, which sucks. But now I have this team on Monday night.
You're gonna be playing with women in their 50s
and men. It's like co-ed. It's basically, it's not even really a team. It's like their company paid for them to have a field at this like indoor dome for an hour every Monday. And so it's like everyone shows up and then we split ourselves into team. It's pretty much just scrimmage. But I was like nervous going into it because I'm like, this is gonna be fucking boring, Mom. Like it's all old people. Like it's gonna be too easy, whatever. But like
that's coming from a girl that has asthma. What the fuck are you talking about?
Shut up. I'm good at soccer.
You have asthma.
So I came on the field and there was a couple of Russian people there and they just got to the company. They're new, my mom said. Yeah. And obviously they take their soccer very seriously. And I deked out one of the older Russian guys. He was probably like mid-30s. I like deked him out the second I got on the field. He didn't like it very much. He stayed on top of me the rest of the fucking game. Like he would not let up. Yeah. So that was good. Like there was that sort of competitiveness within some of the guys that were playing. And then obviously there's some like wimpy players. Like I love my mom, but she sucks. I took the ball from her every time. I didn't let her get away with anything.
You look at you shit on your mom right now. Like,
now that she knows she sucks, she said specifically, she's like, I'm bringing you so I look good even though I suck. They're gonna be like, wow, your daughter's actually good. I'm like, yeah, okay, thanks, Mom.
The good old I trained my daughter to be better than I am.
Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much my week. How's your week gone?
Pretty much the same. Didn't do nothing.
Same. Oh, I was like, what do you mean the same?
Didn't do nothing, man. I got what did I do? I pretty much just worked. I worked. Yeah. Oh, yo, I can't think of nothing. Yeah, I should start writing what I'm doing throughout the
You've
week.
been saying that. You never do it.
I don't, because you know why? It's nothing really entertaining happens.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that was really exciting.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what?
You made ribs last night.
It's not really. Yeah, but that's not something for me to be proud about.
Wow, you said you were proud because you know how to cook. I know how
to cook, but I know how to cook. I just made ribs last night. Not even last night. I made them like basically this morning. I started cooking.
Can you bring me your ribs so I can try them one day and tell you if they're actually good or not? Like, has anyone else tried them and told you?
Yeah, my brother tried them. He ate them today. He ate them this morning before I left. He was like, "Yeah, they're good."
Ew, this morning.
I made them. To be honest, I made them. I finished cooking around like 2:00 in the morning.
Okay, that's still gross though. Like eating them this morning.
That's how he gets down. That's how he gives it up.
Damn.
So I did that.
Yeah, bring them one day. I want to try.
Yeah, I mean, I don't cook. See, things I don't cook that often. I'm only cooking because my mom's not here.
Oh, she's still not back?
She's coming back tomorrow morning, so I have to go pick her up.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm excited for that. To be honest, I got nothing really special.
Side note off the ribs, so you know how with my meal prepping, I obviously get sick and tired of eating the same shit like all the time. So I switched up and I made up this new recipe, and I made these bomb ass turkey meatballs stuffed with cheese and cayenne pepper and something else, but they're really fucking good.
Yeah, that sounds.
It's really good.
Is it?
I'll give you the recipe. I mean, it's easy.
Yeah.
Like all you gotta do is grate the cheese, take the meat, roll it in a ball, put the cheese in.
You know what?
Cayenne pepper.
I'm gonna go on a keto diet.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good luck.
I'm gonna try to. I mean, I think it's pretty easy. All you have to do is just not eat any
carbs.
Yeah.
For me, that would be hard.
It's easy.
I eat pasta every day.
You got a problem.
I love pasta.
You're the same girl that was eating hot dogs and macaroni.
You see, carbs.
Yeah.
There you go.
But I could do that. I did a little bit of the keto when
Why do you say it like that?
How am I supposed to say?
Keto.
Keto?
Yeah.
What did I say? Keto?
Keto.
It's keto. It's the same thing. But so I did a little bit of it.
Okay.
Because I was listening to like this podcast. I was listening to it just because it stumbled on it on YouTube. Mm-hmm. And there's one of these dudes are talking about how he went on like a 7-day water cleanse or something.
Oh shit.
And he was like, when you don't have carbs inside your body goes into ketosis and it starts to use the fat. It starts to use the fat as energy.
Yeah.
And you start to shred all the fat and you don't really lose muscle.
Yeah, but do you even have a lot of fat?
No, but like I still gotta shred it. I think I still have a lot of fat. Mm-hmm. But it's not like I'm fat. It's just things I want to shed because I want to have a slender
a certain type of physique.
Yeah. So I think like if I go on that, it'll be a lot better because I just burn off the fat.
Yeah.
And then I'll be slimmer, slender, and stuff like that. That's
good, but
my mom's gonna go on it too. So I think going on a keto diet is a lot better if you want to lose weight. Yeah. Because you change your diet. You're not really going on a diet. You're just changing your dietary eating habits.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like, your body's forcing your body to use the reserve fat that you didn't use when you were eating carbs.
Carbohydrates.
Yeah, there we
carbs.
go. Yeah, because carbs turns into fat, right?
And it's good that your mom is gonna do it with you too, because then it kind of makes it easier for you in terms of like the food is always gonna be there.
Yeah. See,
for me, like nobody in my family is eating healthy the way I do. So like my mom is still, anybody who knows me and who's come to my house knows the reason that my eating habits are so terrible is plain and simple because of the way my mother raised me. My mother was the kind of person who, if I did something good, like my reward was a Happy Meal or a cosmic brownie or a chocolate bar.
What the fuck's a cosmic brownie?
Oh my God, you never had cosmic brownies before? Shut the fuck up.
I don't know what a cosmic brownie is.
Google it right now. Little Debbie cosmic brownies. They are the best fucking brownies, like the best prepackaged brownies you could ever eat. So good. But even to this day, I still have those in my house. We literally finished the box yesterday. Cosmic brownies, gummy candies, craft dinner, hot dogs, like all that shit is still in my house. And like I have to those are so good. I have to try 10 times harder to not eat them and just stick to my meal prepping because all that shit is still in my house. And my sister still eats like that. So
damn.
Life is
You guys out here fucking yourself up.
Yeah, but I learned a lesson from that. I'm not raising my kids like that.
Yeah, I mean, rewarding them with sweets isn't. I mean,
it's not a good thing.
Nah.
But even rewarding them with materialistic things isn't good either, because then they're gonna expect something.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I'll just give them a sticker on the fridge.
Well, how about you just say like, "Hey, you do good."
Yeah, yeah.
That's why you tell them like, "Good job."
Or even whenever we were sad, like my mom would literally take us to McDonald's. That's what. So like, I guess in a sense that's kind of like emotional eating. Like whenever we were upset, she would be like, "Hey, let's go. I'll buy you McDonald's. It's okay. You'll be fine."
Oh.
I'm like, okay.
All right, so let's get into it. We have we don't got that much time.
Yeah.
Because we walked in the studio late together.
I think we can still push it a little bit.
You can push it a little bit.
I'm the next one booked at 2. I don't think anyone's booked at 1:30 or 1.
Oh.
What time did you book it till? 1:30?
Yeah, 1 o'clock.
Oh, 1?
Yeah,
1 at 1:30.
Hour and a half.
Oh yeah, you're right. That's fine. I think we'll be okay, to be honest.
All right, we're 10 minutes in, or maybe about 11. I have a little. So
I noticed.
I started a little timer.
Okay.
Why? I don't know, but I think it's gonna keep me on track.
Okay.
I could stop certain things. We get into certain topics. Let me just laugh right now because we're about to get into the topic. Wow. 10 minutes in.
All right. So York Regional Police decided that they will be exposing the names of impaired drivers online from here on out.
You know what? I like this because you know what? America does this.
Do they?
America does. You know how like they have public records for people who go to court and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
We don't have that. So I look at this as I think it's a great thing to do.
It's funny too, because even on Twitter this morning I was scrolling and I follow York Regional Police, so I see they actually tweeted out a name of somebody else who I think he was young, like early 20s. Yeah. I think either 20 or 23, one or the other, and how they were using it as an example. They gave his full name. They said he's this age, whatever, and he killed a 5-year-old in Newmarket in August.
Yeah.
I think this is fair. However, I do think these names online should only be shown if you either A, you kill someone, B, it was your second offense. I don't think it should be on there if it was your first offense and nothing terrible happened, just because that can be really tarnishing to your image. How are you supposed to get a job if they can Google and your first thing that comes up is your DUI? You know, I don't condone drunk driving. Don't get it twisted. I don't condone drunk driving. I've never drunk drove myself.
People been telling us not to drink and drive since the 90s.
Yeah, no.
Well, as far as I remember, as the 90s, but since I was born in the 90s. But like, yo, to be honest, stop fucking drinking and driving. Like, don't say no. Just because I look at it like this. When imagine me driving, there's been times when I've driven and I've been sleepy and I would like slightly doze at the wheel. After I got back home, I'm like, yo, I'm never doing that shit again. That's not smart. You know what I do? I don't do it again. I mean, I've did it a few more times after that. But I was like, you know what? This is not the move. I respect my life. I want my life to.
It is, you know. Okay, I will say I had my a really terrifying drunk driving experience.
You drank?
No, not me.
Yeah. How do you get in the car with people who drink?
Well, that was the mistake that I made. We were getting a ride home from the club from downtown. Yeah. Because this person lived in Vaughan as well. So we were like, okay, like this is convenient. All of us live in Vaughan, all 3 of us. So let's just all go home together. We thought that like he seemed okay. He seemed like everything was good. Whatever, we're walking to the car, everything's good. And I'm sitting in the front with him. Soon as we hit the Gardner, the man starts falling asleep at the wheel. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I literally steered from the Gardner. He was sleeping. His foot was on the gas. I steered us the entire way home from the Gardner, hit the 427. I begged him to pull over on the highway. I was like, please, like, we'll just switch. I'll drive. At least I'm alert, like whatever. Because if we weren't with him, he wouldn't have made it home alive. No way in hell he would have made it home alive. He would have crashed into a barrier. Like, because that's the way he was driving. And like, I had to steer us all the way home. Finally steered us off the highway. Got us into a plaza, and then like, whatever, it was over and done with. Ever since then, I literally never got in a car with him or any other drunk driver again. Because even when you think they're good, like once you sit down or lie down, like your body just automatically like sleep. Like that's it. When you're drunk, especially. But yeah, I think if it's your first offense and nothing terrible happened, then I don't think it should be. It's
the fact that you did it. That's the reason. And you got caught. Because, all right, let's be honest. In the eyes of the law, if you commit a crime, you do not get caught. You never committed a crime.
Yeah.
All right. So if you committed a crime, if you committed a crime and you got caught. You committed that crime.
Yeah.
Who knows? This could have been your first time ever drinking and driving, or this could have been your 17th time drinking and driving. It doesn't really. There's no difference. It's the fact that you did it anyways. You put alcohol in your system. And you're like, let me drive myself home. You didn't have the fucking rationale to go like, maybe if I'm going to this party and I'm driving, maybe I shouldn't have any drinks.
That is fair, because even I see this guy all the time when I go out, and every time I'm like, did you drive? He's like, yeah. He's like, but I learned my lesson, like whatever. I'm like,
so he's drinking when you see him at parties, he's drinking and he's driving.
Like he's not wasted. Oh, actually, I don't even know. I couldn't tell you because I thought he was fine that night too. Okay. So he could be wasted for all I know. See, but I don't know. I see your point, and your point is valid. That the fact that you could have done this plenty of times before.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's not smart.
I'm just thinking of like the people who make the mistake the first time.
How is it a mistake when you consciously put alcohol in your body and you drove
Yeah, but
there?
like sometimes people think they're good. Like
no, there's no not thinking you're good. It's either you're sober or you're impaired.
But sometimes cops be letting people like, well, not back in the day, but even like
Oh, hold on, before you say anything. Before you say the fact that you said back in the day, there was a time in history where you could blame the fact that you're drinking alcohol on the fact that you're driving poorly, and that was an excuse. It was like, I'm drinking, sir. This is why I'm driving poorly.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah,
not funny, but like.
Yeah, it was stupid back in the day. You could blame alcohol for the fact that you're impaired driving, right?
Yeah.
And then people got caught onto it. It's like, no, people are making a conscious decision to drink alcohol and drive. That's why so much shit is happening. You know what? I'm glad that we're on this, because I was looking on CP24's Twitter, I think last week and stuff like that, and I was scrolling down for like a while, and I realized that a lot of the fucking incidents that happen in the GTA all involve cars. Like you're most likely to get hit or struck. You're most likely to get struck by a car, get into an accident, or know someone that got hit or got into an accident more likely than you know someone that got shot or stabbed.
Exactly.
In fucking the GTA.
Every day somebody gets hit by a car. No joke.
Exactly.
At least 2 to 3 people every day.
There's more incidents with cars than people getting shot. I know more people got in accidents and got hit by a car than I know people who've died from car accidents than I know people who got stabbed or shot. Think about that. Driving is a serious shit.
Yeah.
So you drinking is no fucking excuse. You being ignorant to the law is no fucking excuse. So when you shame people, I mean, this is like an old tactic that used to go back in the day. Is like shame people in public for their dumb actions. I'm looking at this, is like, yeah, you a dumbass. Stop drinking and driving. You have more fucking restraint in your body. If alcohol is too tempting for you and driving is too tempting to you,
take an Uber.
Yeah, or don't drink.
Yeah, I don't
one or the other, or drink at your house so you don't got to worry about driving.
I'm still kind of torn, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Next topic.
Yeah, man. All right, so this next one I found interesting. I saw it on social media. I think like yesterday or 2 days ago. So blacks are more likely to be hurt or killed by Toronto police. Found a new study.
Shocker.
You know what? You know what? I do find it shocking a little bit.
Do you actually?
Because this is Canada, right? We have a history of violence towards like Aboriginal people more so than.
And we have a reputation of not being racist, but people who say that obviously haven't lived here.
No, just fucking racism everywhere. This is the Western society. There's fucking racism everywhere. Like,
I know, but Americans don't think it's like that here either. Yeah. It's obviously not that to their extent, but.
Because we never really had the slavery. Well, we had slavery, but not to intensity. They're out here fucking. And plus, it gets cold over here. So what you gonna have your slaves doing? Like, you can't really pick cotton, like potato. You're gonna make them. What's our biggest export? Potatoes, and that's coming from PEI and shit like that. You're like, you know what I mean? Like, she's not. She wasn't like really conducive to slavery. Okay. So, I mean, but there was slaves, but it was like the shit wasn't like we weren't really milking the slaves over here.
Okay.
So.
Go. Reveal the study.
All right. So the fact that I saw this, I read this, and I'm like, I'm kind of surprised, but they really focus on the Jane and Finch neighborhood. I don't know why.
Jane and Finch really isn't that bad.
It's not that bad. I think because they focus more because there's a university that's really close to it, and it's York University is right next to Jane and Finch. People, if people don't know who are listening,
yeah.
So
I don't know. I didn't know that. But.
I don't know why they focus so much on Jane and Finch. Like that was the most impoverished neighborhood in Toronto. But yeah, they say like they overpolice the black communities over here and they use excessive force, and they, black people make up a large portion of all the cases involving force or death by police. I mean, when I was reading it, let me see the stats that they put up on this thing. They were like, blacks make up like so black people make up 8.8% of Toronto's population, but from 2013 to 2017, they made up 70% of police shootings that resulted in civilian death, 61.5% of police who uses force in cases that result in civilian death, 36% of police shootings, 28.8% of police use of force in cases, and 25.4% of SIU investigations. That's crazy.
No, that is crazy.
We make up 8%, but we're a majority of all the fucked up shit that's done by police.
Yeah, especially when you put it in those statistics, 100%. That's fucked up.
And I'm glad they actually do this because I found that Canada in general, we don't do a lot of studies on certain things. I think
this is like
this was done by like someone from Toronto University or not? What I say?
University of Toronto.
Yeah, there we go. I think so. It was done by someone at University of Toronto. Yeah, University of Toronto.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm still, but like, if I'm being completely honest, I'm not shocked that this is the case. Like, I know, like, this is not information that I feel is the statistics, the numbers. Hearing the numbers obviously is new, but the fact that this happens is not something that I wasn't expecting to hear.
I mean, people do say like, oh yeah, please fuck the police and police giving brutality, but I guess I'm not from Jane and Finch, so I don't see that shit going on.
Yeah.
But I do often hear the stories of American blacks in impoverished neighborhoods talking about, the police are over brutalizing us, and we've seen like riots and the Rodney King shits and the shits that go on with the Michael Browns of the world, and you know what I mean? Like all that shit comes from south of the border.
Yeah.
So when it comes up to here, and I don't really see that type of shit, is like, police are really killing civilians like that heavily over here. You know what I mean?
Their comparison makes us look better, is what you're saying.
No.
Better, but like
the comparison is overshadowing what's actually going on over here. Yeah. So the fact that I'm hearing police brutality is mostly coming from stateside.
Yeah.
I'm not hearing about stuff like that. So when I read it, actually coming from like an hour away from where I live, it's like, okay, now they're putting numbers to something that now I can say like, okay, this is actually happening. This shit's actually real.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not real until someone takes the time to actually focus on it.
Yeah.
If people just say, we getting fucked up out here by the police, it's like,
until you have the facts to back it up and the numbers and shit. Yeah.
Everyone's saying, everyone's saying, I know someone is getting fucked up by the police, but like, we're seeing shit like, we're making like, black people make up 8.8% of the population in Toronto. That's how many.
And they're making up 70% of certain
They're making majority of the fucking shit that's done by police.
Yeah.
So
more than the 8% that they actually represent.
Yeah, so it's like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
That means that police are focusing on taking down black civilians in Toronto. That's what it is. I don't know if it's it's just plain racism. I don't know if it's like a attack on the community, or maybe that they just feel scared walking inside Jane and Finch and they hear all the shit that they remember hearing on the news and what's going on in the streets and stuff like that. And so when they see someone that might be committing crime or someone that might look suspicious, maybe they want to exact excessive force. They'll go like, you know what, fuck it, I know what you guys are up to. Let me just do the most because you guys look like savages to me anyways. You know what I mean? So that's what it is. But the funny thing is that in the most Canadian fashion, Toronto Police and the Toronto Police Service Board released a joint statement saying that they would act on a report recommendation, and they recognize that there are those within Toronto black community who feel that because of the color of their skin, the police, including that when it comes to use of force, have times treated them differently.
It's funny that you said, of course, in Canadian fashion, they came out with a statement.
Yeah, because the thing is, like, the shit, when shit goes wrong and it's like in
nobody
public,
says anything.
No, in Canadian fashion, like when shit's public and it's public and people can look at it, people go like, you know what, fuck, we gotta apologize, or we gotta take ownership, we gotta take accountability of this.
Yeah.
But I swear, believe you me.
Okay.
When it comes to certain shit that's going on, like especially from the Toronto police,
yes,
people are not ignorant to what's going on.
No.
They're hiding it until it comes public. And the minute it comes public, it's like, all right, fuck, we got to clean this shit up.
Well, even so, there was, I mean, this isn't necessarily related to race and police relations, but with sexual assault, there was, I read an article about a woman in the police force. I can't remember what district she was.
Yeah, she's suing them, right?
Yeah, and like 4 other women came forward now. And she said the comments, like, they literally post up pictures of porn in the office, like, in the district. Like, it's all there, like, bluntly in front of them. And, like, they make comments towards her. And, like, one time she was out, like, for coffee with one of them, and they tried some shit on her. Like, a lot of fucked up shit. And I was just like, it's really, like, the fact that it's out there, and however the power system works within the police, whoever the head of the district is or the boss or whatever, the fact that he's not doing anything about it when he sees porn images all in the, I'm sorry, but at my work, I would be very uncomfortable if I saw, like, porn images posted all over the fucking walls. Like, that'd be really, really, really
it's
awkward.
Fucked up.
Yeah.
Fucked
so
up
they do know what goes on. They just don't
give a fuck.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
All right.
All right. So, all right. Let's get into pop culture news.
The topic everyone's talking about.
So you want to talk about this Cardi B and Offset? They're done. I don't. When I first, all right. So my homie hit me up.
Yep.
It was like, yo, Cardi B, Offset, they broke up. And I'm like, I watched the video. I posted it on Apollo for the people. Yes. And then I looked at it. I'm like, I don't believe this shit. I looked at it. I was like, I think she's lying.
I think they're gonna get back together.
I think they never broke up, to be honest with you.
But why?
Because you know why? I seen Offset in her comments going like, y'all won. And I read that and I'm like, what type of man who just got broken up is inside their ex's comment like, y'all won? And now I'm like, yo, I don't believe this.
A sad one. Like, what?
Bro. You supposed to be inside her phone like, yo, just give me
he
back.
He probably is. And now he's like, damn, I got to make her know that it's really real and that I really love her. So then he's out here tweeting shit like, fuck y'all, I miss Cardi.
Yeah. So and you know what? See, this is what I want to break down. I was listening to another podcast.
Yes.
Or not, maybe like a live stream. And a woman knows what type of man she has within an hour of talking to him. She knows that he has a wandering eye the minute she's able to talk to him.
Yeah.
Cardi B knew what she had.
But maybe the thing is, you know what the thing is with women, with most women, is women always think that they can change somebody for the better. Women feel good about themselves when they're able to change somebody for the better. So they think that they can change someone and make them better than who they were, and then one day that person is going to realize and be like, oh my God, I'm so thankful for you. Like, you really helped me become a better person and blah, blah, blah. Like, but yo, it doesn't work like that. It really doesn't. I refuse to settle for a man who I'll have to change.
You know, never within the hour of talking to a man,
100%,
that he has a wandering eye.
Yeah, no, exactly.
You
know what you're getting into when you get into it. But there is that part in every woman where they want to change the person they're with.
Whose fault is that? But you know what? I want to know. I have a feeling. I mean, me personally, I don't think they're broken up.
I think they're broken up, but I do think they're going to get back together because I can see Cardi, because of the fact that they have a kid and like she already tried. And I remember, I talked about this in my YouTube video too. I remember it was last September, I believe, not the one that passed, the one before, where it first came out that he was cheating with some girl in like yellow pants or something. I don't remember. Or he was wearing yellow pants, something like that, after a concert. And somebody commented on her shit, like, why are you still with him? And she replied to the comment saying, like, I would rather try with him than to have to open up to somebody completely new and start all over again. And now that they have a kid, obviously that sentiment I feel weighs even heavier because it's like, we have a whole child together. Like, I want the family together. I want everything to be like perfect, whatever.
They're married.
And yeah. And so I feel like they are going to get back together and they're not actually going to go through with the divorce.
Offset knows it's cheaper to keep her, man. It's always cheaper to keep her, man.
You do know, I was also reading this thing under New York law that he owns 50% of her brand forever now. Because allegedly, the whole thing is under New York law, allegedly her brand was built mostly while she was with Offset, whereas with Offset himself, he was allegedly built completely before marrying her. Man. So for him, it doesn't work the same. He doesn't know her shit, but apparently he owns 50% of her brand forever now.
That's called, what you call that?
That's fucked because they didn't sign a prenup. That's
called
fucked.
pimping. It's called pimping.
I hope she gets a good ass lawyer if she does go through with the divorce because that's fucked.
Come on, that's called pimping, man. Pimping.
That ain't fair because he fucked her over. Why should he have the rights to 50% of her brand?
Because see, the thing is, a man, this is what a man does, right? Offset got the money. And you already know what type of man he is. So he probably gave it to her as like, this is how I'm giving it up. The dick's I got community dick. You already know how I give it up. I'm out when I go out to these streets. I don't love them, but I come back to you. I love you. But check this out. I respect it. He told her that. He probably told her, this is how I get down, Cardi. I love you, baby, but this is how I get down. And Cardi B knew this and was like, you know what? As long as you just don't embarrass me and shit like that, you know, I'm gonna hold you down type shit. Like how a real Bronx bitch would do, right? Yeah. But check this out. Was she not on Instagram about a week and a half ago during Thanksgiving talking about my sexy black husband, I'm gonna fuck you? Where is it? It's still on the whole like warm pussy blah blah blah. Yeah, it was on. It's on. They're inside that little.
First of all, that wasn't a week ago. Thanksgiving was almost a month ago now.
No, it's not.
Yes, it was. No, it was like the 20-something of November.
Yeah, but like she was on there talking about, oh, my husband, I'm gonna fuck you.
Yeah, but then she probably didn't know what. She probably found out about this whole MMM foreign and Cuban doll shit the same time we all did, and that's probably what set the last straw for her. Because she said that things haven't been working out with him for a hot minute now, whatever.
She was just
yes.
What's a hot minute? What's a hot minute?
But that's what I'm saying. It could have been just after Thanksgiving. That's a couple weeks now.
But she broke up with this man a week ago.
Okay, so but the thing is, like, you gotta get, like, she was trying. And Thanksgiving, you ain't trying to like have a shitty Thanksgiving,
she
especially the first one with your kid.
Like,
you're probably in a good mood, like, you know, trying to have a good festive Thanksgiving, and then it's like, damn, like, you don't want to think about that shit, especially your child's first Thanksgiving. You want it to be perfect. I don't know. And there was something else you said that triggered me that I wanted to say something about. She
posted the video. She posted her child on Instagram. Let that man know that I'm gonna take everything from you.
And she's so cute.
I'm gonna take everything.
There was something you said that I had a point to, and I really forgot.
Go ahead, rebuttal.
I don't remember what it was. But in other news, did you hear the oh, that's what I was gonna say. I remember now. So you know how you were saying, like, he probably told her this is community dick and blah 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 and all that shit. But there's a part of you that believes when you're saying it, okay, even if as stupid as it sounds, even if you were to say this is community dick, right? Remember how you and I had the conversation, we've talked about it on the podcast too, about how when you make it to a certain level, you're not fucking with people who are below that level, like in terms of relationship wise or sex wise or anything.
Yep.
So Cardi probably didn't expect him to be out here fucking with a 20-year-old this Summer Bunny chick who's not really anyone special. She was in Tekashi's video. Cool, great, awesome. She dropped a diss track. I mean, not a diss track. She dropped a track about this whole thing too. I don't know if you had a chance to listen to it. I didn't listen.
I'm not listening to
no
fucking hoes.
It is fucking terrible.
I know
my ears were bleeding when I listened to it. And she's over here like, yeah, Offset needs to be on this track. You really think Offset's gonna be on your fucking track now?
I know.
No, he's not. But like, see, that's what I mean. Cardi probably didn't think he was gonna be out here fucking with that. That's not anybody who's on her level. Like,
yeah, she was so, I don't know why she exposed all that shit.
I don't know.
I looked at that and like, why you expose yourself like that?
She's a clout chaser.
See, this is the true definition of cutting off your nose to spite your face, right?
Yeah.
She was trying to get at Cuban doll and in the attempts to get in that Cuban doll, she fucked up her own shit.
Yep. And I think that also, like, she was saying also how she's like, you know, in her video she posted where she was crying, she's like, I haven't messed with him since he had Culture, but then that insinuates that like she was probably fucking with him while Cardi was pregnant with Culture, and when they first got married.
She's talking too much. Bitch don't know when to shut up.
On purpose. She just, because she wants attention, that's why. She thinks all this attention is gonna get her hits on her shitty ass song.
Nah, she's not gonna get no song. She used to be a Cuban doll's best friend, and Cuban doll dropped her.
Okay, so that's where I'm confused, because I thought MMM Foreign and Summer Bunny, they're two different people.
Are they?
Yeah.
One of them chick.
Because so this is like two different cheating scenarios that have come out. That's why this Summer Bunny chick came out of nowhere. The way in what I was researching, that's what I figured out.
Summer Bunny is
the one who was crying.
It's Cuban's best friend, I guess. That's what.
No. MMM Foreign was. Oh, you mean she's Cuban's best friend now?
No, her ex best friend.
No, MMM Foreign.
I thought that was
whatever her name was Cuban's ex best friend. And then Summer Bunny is some next chick now who came out and starts. But I don't know why she came out with all that shit randomly. That's what I understood from it when I was looking it up. So
man, fuck these bitches, man.
I don't know, man. Shit was mad confusing. Can you just keep your dick in one place so we don't get confused when we're reporting everything?
Man, yeah, fuck these bitches, bro. Like, fuck them bitches. Let's talk about fuck these hoes, anyways. Bro. Let's talk about the fact that Cardi B was like, I was telling Offset the other day, we gonna get a divorce.
Oh yeah, that was funny. That
shit hurt. That shit. If I was Offset, I'm like, damn.
I don't give a fuck. Give him all the smoke. He deserves it. I don't care. Don't hold back.
I'm telling you, it's cheaper to keep her. He's gonna have to fight to get her. Well, I don't think they're even broken up, but he's gonna have to fight to get her back, allegedly. I'm gonna say allegedly.
I think they're broken up, but I think that they're gonna go back together.
You think?
Yeah.
And he was like, yo, fuck y'all, I miss Cardi.
Yeah.
And then people
also I read something about that tweet too. You know how everyone was like, what do you mean fuck us? Like, what did we do? Man. Someone said he probably just forgot the comma and it's probably supposed to be fuck, comma, y'all, I miss Cardi. That's what it could have been. But he don't be using his grammar and shit. So
I mean, he's a country guy. Like, fuck y'all.
But then him saying y'all won and shit makes it seem like it is. Why is it our fault?
Yeah, he did say y'all won.
Like, maybe keep your dick in one spot.
No, because you're trying to. The thing is, people for months been getting at Cardi for saying with Offset because you're cheating. It's like, how you gonna be with this man? He's always cheating on you and blase, 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 blah. But like I said, and like I will always say, cheating is not What the fuck do I say?
I don't know. You said you always say it, so
man, fuck. I thought I said it all the time. I mean, cheating is not a recipe for a breakup.
You see, you really think so? I don't know.
I mean, it doesn't necessarily.
I disagree.
You cheating on someone doesn't necessarily mean you have to break up with them. It's true. I asked someone, they're like, yeah.
I disagree to a certain extent, but
no, I mean, I respect you.
It's like because it's like for me, it's more so of how much do I value myself. In order to let somebody like that come back. I do get the whole, like how Cardi was saying, starting over with someone new. That shit is hard, yes, 100%. But it comes down to it, at the end of the day, it comes down to how much you respect yourself and how much that person respects you.
All right, so let's switch gears now. We're going to talk
I don't think, you want to talk about the R. Kelly thing?
No, I fuck with the king. Fuck with the king. I want to talk about, whatchamacallit, either Nicki and her rapist boyfriend, allegedly, or Travis Scott and this impersonator thing. Which one? They both have to do relationships.
Can we do both? Yeah. We'll do quick Travis Scott and then go in on the Nicki stuff.
What do you think about the whole impersonation shit?
See, my thing is, like, I would think, I laugh because, like, it's funny, but I know if it was me, and when I get to that point in my life where, like, in that point of celebrity, I'm trying to speak it into existence, guys. Yeah. When I get to that point, whatever, I would be upset if that came out because it's like, you wouldn't know what to believe. She's claiming because her response to the whole thing was, like, you're lucky our love is so strong and that we knew like this was all bullshit and stuff. But truly and honestly,
she didn't know.
I think she didn't know. And like she questioned it for sure. Yeah. But at the same time, I'm also like, maybe she did know it really wasn't him because at the same time, while this was all going down, she was still at every one of his tour shows. You think if that really happened, I mean, I would have just up and left and been like, hey, I'm going back home. Like, fuck this.
Oh, she goes on tour with him everywhere?
Yeah, everywhere.
Oh, shout out to her.
She was here at the Toronto one too. She's every single one.
She's a beautiful woman for doing that.
So
and she bringing her little story with her?
Yes, yeah.
They're a beautiful family.
And so it's like, if she, like, a part of me is like, she probably like believed it, but then part of me was like, she probably didn't because she was at all the tour shows even while that was going on. But I don't know. It's funny to us, but like it's like when you're really in that situation, it is kind of wrong.
So why she had this? Why she even say, "Oh, our love is so strong"? That mean no.
That's what I'm saying. You believe that shit. That's what makes it think like that you believed it.
And she commented on it.
Yeah.
She was like, that means it was like, oh shit.
She commented, Kim and Chloe commented on it.
Yeah.
Travis obviously spoke out about it.
Because they thought that shit was real. It's like,
especially after the whole Chloe and Tristan thing, that family can't let anything slide now.
Yeah, you know what happened? Like, Kylie probably hit Travis, was like, yo, what do you want? Like,
yeah.
I was like,
a lot of people, you know, a lot of people have been saying though, is a lot of people think that Kris Jenner was behind the whole thing and it's just a publicity stunt.
Kris Jenner?
Kylie's mom.
But that dude had only 4,000 YouTube subscribers at the time of doing that.
Yeah, so
you're saying
a lot of people are alleging that she could possibly be behind it because she's the queen of spinning
So Kris Jenner looked at this lookalike on YouTube.
Maybe she was like, "Yo, I'll pay you to do this. We need to bring more attention to the Astro World tour or whatever else is going on, the lip kits and all that shit."
I'm not believing that conspiracy shit.
I mean, hey, anything is possible.
Dude was smart. The thing is, people say, "Yo, what you did was fucked up because you really fucked up someone. You could have really fucked up someone's relationship. You could have you have this woman question this man for doing nothing, and then now that probably put a rift in the relationship and shit like that."
Well, apparently their love's strong.
I mean, yeah. I want to call them black love, but she's not black.
You can't call them black.
I want to say black love, but they're not. She's not black. You can't do that. Because it's so strong, right? But I look at this, I'm like, yo, this is cool. I looked at it and it was like, yo, dude really found a way to make a name for himself and make shit go viral so easily.
Yeah.
And it goes to show that no one really gives a fuck. Because my same friend who showed me the Cardi B shit, you showed me that same picture. And I'm like, TMZ. I went straight to TMZ.
And I remember you said you couldn't find it anywhere.
I'm like, yo, this shit fake.
Yeah, because we were talking about it and you said you couldn't find it anywhere. Then I saw later that day when you and I talked about it that he was like, yeah, look, I just put the watermark on there. We're good. I'm like, that's why you couldn't find it.
Yeah, I was like, yo, TMZ.
Because people aren't fact checking.
Yeah.
Like us reporters.
Yeah. Because I gotta have a reputable brand. You know this. So I looked at him like, yo, this shit fake. And he was like, yeah, I hope it. My friend was like, I hope it is. I'm like, I can't see this shit on the thing website. TMZ is not going to put an article, not going to put a picture without an article.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, yo, I can't find this shit. So I never reported it. Some other blogs picked it up and like, or allegedly.
It's a good thing we didn't.
Yeah.
Damn.
I don't even talk about this shit. Like,
that's good. Good for you.
You know, and also let's talk about Nicki real quick. Let's get off this relationship shit.
So Nicki.
Right. Go talk about it.
I'll talk about the first part, then you talk about the other shit that you added. So apparently this new guy she's on this little birthday vacation with and shit she's dating is an alleged rapist. She said that because somebody commented.
I say alleged, but he actually is.
Okay, so he's a rapist. Okay.
I just want to put a little respect on this man's name.
Okay, well I'm just gonna say rapist then.
Yeah, go ahead.
Somebody commented on her picture with him and said, "Wait, y'all calling this man a rapist? But it happened in '94, meaning he was 16 or 17, and the girl was a 16-year-old. Must have been a white girl." And then Nicki replied to her and said, "He was 15, she was 16, and in a relationship. But go off internet. Y'all can't run my life. Y'all can't even run y'all own life. Thank you, boo."
That's a fact.
And it's like, yo, you're standing up for it by saying they were in a relationship. It's still rape if you're in a relationship. If you're, okay, this is the way I'm thinking about it. Think about it this way. If you're passed out drunk, we
don't know the nature of how the rape happened.
No, but let's say this is a scenario. You're passed out drunk. I'm pretty sure this happened with Charlemagne and his wife, and she even straight up said to him, "That's still rape." If you're passed out drunk and you're not conscious, and I'm asleep and you're fucking me, that's rape. Like if I'm not saying shit and I'm knocked the fuck out, that's rape. Like it doesn't matter if you're in a relationship or not. That's plain and simple. That's rape. So the fact that she's sticking up for it by saying they were in a relationship, it's like, hey, if I was in a relationship and drunk and passed out and he's having sex with me, that's not rape. No, that's rape. Especially if I don't remember that shit. But that's my like.
Some people think that once you're married, it's not rape because you guys are one person, right?
No, that's creepy. How dare you sleep fuck someone while they're drunk? That's disgusting.
Hold on, sleep fucking is crazy. Like the fact that you bring that up, that's kind of extreme.
But that's what I'm saying. When you're knocked out, when I'm drunk and I'm knocked out, I'm dead asleep.
Yeah.
I would be because I know how I get when I'm in that state. I'm not making functional sound. I'm just like. Just dead.
Let's get to the bottom of this. Is sleep fucking even? Can sleep fucking even happen? Is the vagina even lubricated at that point?
I don't know because I've never done it.
Okay. I just want to know.
I wouldn't know.
You can't be aroused while you're asleep.
It's gross. Like it's just sickening when you really think about it. Like you're pretty much fucking a dead body. Like that's disgusting.
Necrophilia.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, I mean, all right, so she also reacted by tweeting, no one on social media, I gotta say the Nicki one. No one on social media has ever sinned. They're all perfect. They piss champagne and walk on streets of gold. Everyone on social media is now a psychic. They're not only telling the future, but their past too. They are your judge, jury, and executioner. I never met these perfect people in real life, though. They exist only on social media.
See, this is a nice example, though, again, of not fucking with people who are not on your level. Yeah. I do not understand why these celebrities keep fucking up like this. Like, what is going on? This is really just drilling it into my head. Yeah. Like, yo, when I get there, don't fucking do this stupid shit. You know what?
Shit. I mean, I think celebrities want to be normal a lot, right? Because they don't. I think when you're a celebrity, a lot of the times, is like you don't realize how impactful you are to some people's lives, or what you do can really shine a light on that. Yeah. So she probably thinking this good young man, or I think
40. He's 40.
He's young. People will call that young. This nice young man that she met is gentleman, probably treats her well, probably spoken to her, probably broke down his whole life story and shit like that. But check this out. She probably knows the inner workings of how things work, and he probably repented. If this happened back in 95, it's 2018 right now. Mm-hmm. Dude was 16, 17. What'd she say? 16? 15?
She said he was 16.
Yeah.
And he was 15, she was 16.
Yeah, dude was 15. That's what, over 20 years.
Still rape.
Yeah, but like 15, doing a crime at 15 is a lot different than doing a crime when you're 40 something.
Yeah, but doing a crime at 15, if we're talking like shoplifting, fine, that's different. But doing rape at 15 is still rape at 40.
Yeah, but he already got convicted. I look at it like this, right? There's gotta be. You guys gotta look at everything as linear. Mm-hmm. It's like, all right, so people learn and evolve and grow and don't do the same things that got them in trouble the first time. I look at it like this. Dude, yeah, he raped someone. It's not like he raped someone 2 years ago. You know what I mean? Like, he raped someone back in 95. I was 3.
But they, like you're saying, they learn and evolve and grow because they got caught.
Not necessarily got caught.
No, because this relates to what you said about drunk driving. People could have been doing it over and over and over again. It's not until they get caught that they realize I shouldn't be doing this. So this guy could have been raping people and then he got caught.
But I also said that I would fall asleep somewhere at the wheel, and I did it more times, but I stopped.
But that's you. That's not this. First of all, his last name is Petty. Kenny Petty. That's his name.
Yeah, I mean, the same with the social media.
And I got a question, because so you put this up on the page as well, how he also went in 2002 he killed somebody.
Yeah. Giving him that work.
Yeah, and it was initially he pled guilty to first-degree manslaughter. Yeah. Then he got it bumped down to manslaughter. He served 7 years of a 10-year sentence and was released from prison 5 years ago in 2013. My mind-blowing question is, how the fuck did these two even meet? That's my question.
Is he from Queens too?
I don't know. But like, how did she even, because like, let's be real, he's not even all that good looking either. Like, how did this even come into...
Nicki B's in the trap. You don't know?
I just don't get
Nicki B's in the trap. Yo, she brought that man. Where they at? They on vacation right now. Where they at? Mexico?
I don't know.
They somewhere right now. And that man I was watching one video. It was like, are you holding the phone? He's like, yeah. You holding the phone? You recorded?
Shit, I wish it was that easy to just pick up one of my hoes and be like, yo, let's go on vacation. Yeah, like, I just want to know how.
The real question is, is Nikki desperate to start a family? Let's start having this conversation.
I believe so.
Is Nikki desperate to start a family?
Yes.
If she gotta go, she had Safari for 12 years. She had Meek, a successful black rapper. Now she has...
And she had Nas for a little bit.
She had Nas for a little bit. Is Nikki desperate? Is settling for less now?
Yes, 100%. Look at this man.
Oh man, is the queen? Oh my gosh.
I think Nikki is desperate. I don't know about a family. I personally cannot see her as being a mom.
Why? Why?
She just doesn't have that motherly nature to me.
Okay.
For some reason, there's a certain, maybe it's after this whole fight with Cardi B, because Cardi is so much younger than her and stuff. Mm-hmm. Maybe that's why.
Cardi's only 10 years younger than her.
Yeah, but maybe that's why.
Happy birthday to the queen. Happy belated birthday to the queen.
And so maybe that's why I see it like that, because it's like, if you really had a motherly nature, you would know. For example, with the whole Iggy Azalea and Bad Baby thing, Iggy was like, I'm not going to fight a child. Even though Cardi's not a child, but she's a solid decade younger than you. Mm-hmm. Like, it's kind of... You
can still get this work, though.
And I don't know. It's kind of like, for me, when I see things like that, it's like your maturity level is at a different... It's not quite there yet.
But
it's not ready.
So let's break it down. Let's talk about, is Nikki desperate to start a family? And she's desperate to have some type of companion in her life.
I know, yes, 100%. I think so.
Okay.
How long? She doesn't even stay single for long. Like, it's like she's always back up in something.
Is Nikki alone to be by herself? Is Nikki afraid to be by herself?
Possibly. Maybe she knows, like, she's like...
We gotta talk about this.
She's not... maybe she's not really comfortable with who she is, especially after all this other stuff.
The queen, the regalness of her nature, of hip-hop, the queen of hip-hop. You telling me that she has fears of being alone. You think Nikki has fears of dying alone?
She's 30. Everyone. Not everyone.
She's 36, no child. She sacrificed her womanly nature to be a top-tier rapper.
And if she wants to have a kid, she better get to it quick.
Do you think Nikki regrets looking back at Cardi B saying that she had a kid and she's still popping? Do you think Nikki regrets not having a child sooner?
And nah, I don't think she regrets not having a child sooner. But I do think she is afraid to be alone. In terms of the whole kid thing, though, I just can't see it happening. I don't know. What do you think about it? You're the one asking all the questions. Answer them.
I just asked the questions. I want to say that. I do think Nikki is somewhat desperate.
Yeah.
I do think she's desperate, and I do think she might be going through a depression.
Yeah.
I do think so. Because Nikki was out here on Queen Radio talking about how Queen's supposed to be this and that and this, and she's here with a man on file on paper, a rapist and a murderer.
Yep.
She's bringing this man everywhere, and she had Safari for 12 years.
For his stage.
maybe he got it like that. Maybe he came out of prison and got that work.
I don't think so.
Or she's paying for this man.
Like it.
She had a lot of successful black men in her life. I mean, let's say, Safari is now successful.
Even in this picture, he's hidden behind her. You know why? Because his clothes probably aren't up to par with what he should be wearing.
I think Nikki's desperate. And I think she wants to start a family. I think she's here hitting the near 40s. And after that whole debacle with Cardi B and her seeing Cardi B have a child, a beautiful child.
And still be happy after
and still be happy and be married and still have a career after. I think Nikki regrets not having a kid sooner in life. I feel like she feels like, looking back at Cardi, she's like, I could have probably still been top tier female rapper and being in a loving relationship with a man and have my own child to bear, something that I could pass on in this world. That's what I personally think of that that's what's going through Nikki's mind. And she's with this man who has 5 kids. Maybe she looks at his kids.
He has 5?
Yeah, 5 kids.
I didn't know that.
She probably looks at this man and go like, you know what? Maybe I can make your kids my kids. You know, maybe we could be together and have that type of union that I was unable to give myself at a younger age.
I pray the Lord never puts me in a situation.
You know what I mean?
Like
I'm just saying that. I'm just speculating. I'm speculating.
See,
it's
no,
not
but
real.
that's a no. I don't know. I think she's desperate, 100%.
Okay, I love Nikki though.
She's alright.
I love her regalness.
She got annoying.
Young
Next.
queen. All right, so what do you want to talk about? You want to talk about Tory Lanez addressing the? Oh, actually, no, let's not do that.
It's not really that crazy.
All right, let's talk about Gucci.
You want to talk about your R&B stuff?
Oh yeah, all right. Let's talk about this R&B shit.
Yeah.
Who is the current king of R&B, Nina? Give me your answer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go.
You want like 5?
No, I just want you to give me one.
See, I don't know if I have an answer for who the king is.
Who's the current king of R&B, Nina? Right now.
I don't even know if I would say there's like one notable standout king.
You tell me there's no one king. There's no one guy who really got the tracks, the body of work right now, who's really talking.
Jacquees is amazing. I will say that.
Okay.
He did come out and say he's the king of R&B.
He said that shit 8 years ago. His father, Lil Wayne, said the same shit. No, he's not his father, but they look alike.
I was like, what?
They're both fucking with Birdman. So
okay, Lil Wayne said he was the king of R&B.
No,
he said Jacquees was the king of R&B.
10 years ago, 2008, Lil Wayne came out, said I'm the best rapper alive.
Yes,
and no one disputed that. Right now, Jacquees,
but you know
the son of Lil Wayne, was like, fuck it.
He's not his son.
And the son of Lil Wayne and the brother of Quavo came out and said that he is the king of R&B of this generation. I think he's
very notable, but however, I also think Chris Brown is notable. I also think Trey Songz is notable. I also think Tory Lanez is notable. Like, there's other people as well who, when we're talking king of R&B, if we're talking strictly R&B, that's their only genre, then like, yeah, Jacquees and Trey Songz. Those are the two, because I don't really think Trey Songz strays off very far from R&B.
Yo, Trey Songz still hasn't have a #1 album. What are we talking about, King?
But he makes good music. See, the thing with Chris Brown and Tory that I can say is like they're not just strictly R&B. They branch out into other genres, whether it's the pop market, the Latin market, the
but Jacquees is R&B.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I think he's very notable at this time.
You know what? Me personally, I'm letting that young dude rock out. Yes, he's the fucking king of R&B.
Yeah,
he said that good shit. He's standing on it. People are having an uproar. It's like,
he started something.
Yeah. So I'm looking. I was on my way walking into the studio. I'm thinking to myself, if I can say I'm king and people react, that means I'm fucking king.
Yeah.
You know why? Because if I'm not king and I said that shit, no one would pay me no type of mind. You tell me people from Tyrese, Eric Bellinger, Usher. You tell me Chris Brown, Jay Holiday, R. Kelly. You know what I mean? What's his name? Jeremiah. Jeremiah, Ty Dolla $ign.
Snoop Dogg.
You know, the people who are commenting on it. That means this young king, Jacquees, he's a fucking king.
Got their feathers ruffled.
Yeah, he's a fucking king.
And I also think that all these old heads who were weighing in on this, they had their time back then and back in the day. Tory made a point to this and he addressed it on his Instagram live yesterday. He was saying, you know, like, let us young ones shine, because it's our time now. Your time was back in the day. It is over. You're not hot now. People aren't checking for you as much now because the people who were then, they grew up. They have other things to worry about. 100% I agree with that. And I think a lot of these old heads, their whole take on it is like it depends on album sales. I think that's what they're looking at when they're talking about king of R&B. Oh, it's album sales and it's record sales and whatever. But it's not. It's really, for us, or at least for me, what I'm looking at is vocal ability and ability to stay within that R&B genre and genuinely give something good. Like, I mean, shit, like Ella Mai is pretty damn good too. She's not a guy, so she can't be king of R&B, but
the king of R&B right now, the 7-Up fell down, so it's 7 down.
You're so corny.
Yeah, I think Jacquees is king.
Jacquees is very good. I think the reason too that a lot of these guys aren't giving him credit is because of that whole record sales thing and shit like
people
that.
People talk about irrelevant shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jacquees is very good.
Let Jacquees cook. He's king right now. Chris Brown's not disputing it. Chris Brown's not coming out saying I'm king. Trey Songz not coming out saying I'm king. Jeremiah just put out a laughing emoji. Ty Dolla $ign under him laughing too. Ty Dolla $ign's not saying
Ty Dolla $ign in that.
Ty Dolla $ign going through legal troubles right now.
Yeah,
he shouldn't be giving a fuck about who's king.
He's about to be gone.
Yeah, relax. Knock
on wood.
You relax. And then Tyrese was singing. Then he put out the black tie where he wants to be rapping and shit. You know what I mean? Tank is, you know what I mean? Not even, what's his name? The Genuine hasn't spoken about it just because Genuine knows it. My time is gone.
Genuine's like, whatever.
Genuine's out here on Instagram impersonating battle rappers. Like, so it's not, you don't even feel a fuck. You know what I mean? So I look at this guy. Jacquees is king. Yeah. Let that man be king. I'm not disputing it. I'm not going to argue with it.
I would definitely give it to my four are definitely Jacquees, Chris Brown, Trey Songz, and Tory Lanez.
Yeah, people talking about, it's...
And Bryson, too. You got to put Bryson
Bryson's
in there.
not no king.
But he's good. He does make good R&B music.
Dude don't even want to be a singer like that.
But he's good. It doesn't matter if he don't want to be. He put out enough R&B tracks for me to say that he's good enough.
He only put out one solid project. Trap Soul. A phenomenal project. What came
after that? I don't know, but it wasn't good.
But it was questionable.
I went to the tour for that one, but it was good. But he performed more from Trap Soul on that tour because he knew that was better.
Yeah, he said when he put out that one, he was depressed. He wasn't popping that.
But he was good.
Jacquees is letting his nuts hang right now.
I will put him as number 5 on my list. I'll put him as the last one on my list.
I mean, Jacquees is letting his nuts hang right now. People upset. Jay Holiday talking about that man said and someone thought he was valet. Nigga, you are valet.
Yo, when that happened, I was like, the fact that you didn't even bother re-recording and you posted that just goes to show how fucking old you really are. Like, the fact that you're out in public, no security, nothing, people coming up to you like, are you valet?
You valet.
Like, that's a joke.
Fuck out of here. Jay Holiday. Suffocate, put you to bed. What do you mean?
Tori said that too. He's like, nobody's seen you since Suffocate.
Yeah. What was the last time I seen Jay Holiday? I haven't seen this man in a while.
What about would you put there was somebody else I was gonna ask who you would put on this list. Fuck, it slipped my mind again. There was someone. Tori, Bryson. I don't remember.
I say I'm standing on Jacquees. I'm with Jacquees. I'm with the young guys.
Yes,
right now.
I'll put him at number 1.
He's fucking
but I got
king.
the others on my list.
He's fucking
too.
king right now. They're not coming out and saying shit about shit. For you to think that you king and come out and say that means you really stand on it.
Okay, right now, who would you think in terms of females? Who would you say the queens of R&B are?
Queens of R&B?
Yes.
Of this current generation?
Yes. I'm going with Georgia Smith and LMA. Those are my 2.
I don't know if Georgia Smith is really cooking like that.
She's pretty good. Like her last album was very good.
I would say
very well done.
You know what? I might say her. Yeah. Hers really cooking.
She
gives us mature content.
Yeah.
That for her age, for a lot of people who don't know how old she is, like she's like 21, 22 or something.
Okay. She's
giving that mature content and she's hitting that target demo. She's
you don't. Okay, one, I will say I don't listen to her that much. No pun intended. I meant her, the sub.
What's the thing with her in mind, or what's it stand for?
I don't know. But you know who else we forgot to add to the king list? Daniel Caesar.
Nah, fuck out of here.
No, you can't forget him.
Here, nah.
No.
The fact that you said that, fuck out of here.
No, phenomenal. What do you mean?
Not no king.
So my list just jumped up to 6. So I got
king.
Jacquees, Chris Brown, Trey Songz, Tory Lanez, Bryson Tiller, Daniel Caesar. Those are my top 6 to go to for R&B. I bet you halfway through this podcast, I'm going to think of somebody else.
Man. Daniel Caesar. You said Daniel Caesar. Daniel Caesar's not cooking up like that.
Yes, he is. Oh my God. His album, not one song is skippable on his album. Not one.
He puts out a good record, but he's no fucking king.
No, he's good. He got good singles too. Streetcar, Japanese Denim, Violet. Those are some good ass singles.
He's not no king, man. Like, people not even talking about him in the conversation like that.
Yeah, but so what? People wouldn't have been talking about Jacquees in the conversation like that either. Until he said it.
Jacquees was in the uproar all this year talking about how he made a remix to what's that thing, Boot Up? And he had
Trip.
The trip. And he was like, that was better than the original.
But he's been working before that.
Yeah, but like
it wasn't until then he caused such a stir.
And you know why? Only kings cause stir. Okay. If you could put out something better than the original and have people in the uproar like, oh shit,
yes.
Girls are going crazy over this shit. And like Jacquees can really sing his ass off. Like, dude's really talented.
100%. He's very good. But
talented.
I got a list of 6. So.
All right. So you want to talk about this YBM Almighty J low-key upset with his old work?
No, not really.
Right,
do you want to talk about it? We can talk about it if you want to talk about it.
He was upset with his old. I just want to ask you: Is it all right to be upset with your old work once they move on and live in?
Wait, old work? Do you mean old work as in a girl, or do you mean old work as in music?
Old work like as in a girl.
This is so awkward because I thought you meant old work as in music. Why do you talk like that?
Come on, you gotta catch up with the lingo. That's his old work.
Is it all right to be upset? No. Do you know how many times I have been fucked over, and the people who fuck me over always try to come back when it's too late? I'm like, listen, I cried my fucking tears. I sat around and moped about it for a little while. I wanted to fucking kill you for a little while. And now you think you could just come back up in my life like that? No, you're not worth it. How have you changed? You haven't. You're coming back because you know you fucked up and I gave you the best you could have ever had. It's like, be upset, but don't come back. I feel like he's the kind of guy to go back, and it's like, yo, you fucked up.
He was mad. He was talking.
In my opinion, it's so much more of a boss ass move when that person comes back, and you're like, fuck ass, no, you're not coming back.
He was mad. He was talking about that pussy got mileage after me. That
who cares? It's not yours.
He was talking that upset work, like, yo, my old work moved on. He's happy. He's like, yo, that pussy dusty. You know what I mean? Sloppy. He was mad. He was mad at his old work.
That sucks for him. He should have acted right when he had it.
So you're saying it's not all right to be upset with your old work when it moves on?
Be upset, but don't be out here talking about it as if you were Mr. Perfect and doing all the right shit when you were in the situation, because you weren't.
You gotta move on then. Move on. All right. So what we want to talk about? You want to talk?
Okay, I need to talk about this teacher thing.
Oh yeah, with the teacher with the fat ass.
I really need to talk about this.
Yeah, talk about that teacher with the fat ass.
So there is a teacher who went viral. Her name is Narissa Reeves, or at the Honey Loaf on Instagram.
Oh yeah, she has a weird thing because she's like a model and a teacher at the same damn time.
Yeah, she's like a Instagram model and a teacher, and like Trey Songz, French Montana, T.I., they all follow her. And
Drake follows her too?
I think Drake does. He's probably in the DMs though.
Drake knows
I will
what he
say
wants.
She's not that cute in the face. Like she's
a
got a nice body, but she's not that cute in the face.
She's a butterface?
Yes. So She went, one of her lessons she posted on Instagram went viral because she was wearing jeans and she has a huge ass, and she was wearing a top and some heels, not super high heels, just like maybe a little bit taller than kitten heels. And it went viral and everyone's saying like, this is really bad, whatever, like you shouldn't be wearing this to work and blah, 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 all this stuff. Okay. Yeah. And this also kind of goes back to that kindergarten teacher who also was in a similar situation. Pardon?
Teacher Bear.
Yeah, and she had a really fat ass and a small waist, and she was wearing just a normal summertime dress.
You know what? It was not, I'll let you go.
Just a normal summertime dress. And she got like a backlash for that as well. My thing is, I do not understand why voluptuous women who have a shape always get a bad rap for wearing normal. Let me just say this again. This teacher was wearing jeans and a top. The other teacher was wearing a normal, probably a $10 dress from Forever 21. When they wear normal clothes at their job, you can't help that your body looks like that. So what? You're voluptuous in all the right places. That's not like, I just don't like that people are getting in trouble for this. It pisses me off because you know what? If a girl with a pancake ass was wearing any of this shit, there would be no problem. Nobody would be saying anything. Because there's teachers out there with pancake asses wearing jeans every fucking day. Exactly. Probably wearing these same jeans every day and not getting anything for it. Like, I remember working at La Zenza, and I'm not here to say like, yeah, I have this huge ass, whatever. I don't have no ass, but I don't have a huge ass, but I have something. And I remember at La Zenza, when I worked there, you weren't allowed to wear leggings without a shirt that doesn't cover your butt. Yeah. But I noticed a lot of the girls at work were getting away with it. So I was like, cool, let me try it. Tell me why I got pulled aside by my manager, got in trouble, and got told to go buy a shirt in the mall that was long enough to cover my ass. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, I was pissed because most of the other girls I worked with didn't have an ass. Like, it's just like, it's annoying that it's like when you have something. Or like even in Mexico, when you go to the buffets, you have to wear a shirt, right? You have to wear a shirt. Like you have to wear, like you can't just go in your bikini top, right? Like, and I'll be the first to admit, I know I don't have any boobs. So I walked into my bikini top, no problem. The staff worker said absolutely nothing to me. But to my 3 friends who I was with, all 3 of them were told, go back to your room and put on a shirt because they all have boobs. Yeah. So it's like when you have something, everybody pays that much more attention to it. And they're like, you got to cover it up. But when you don't have it, I'm a perfect example of it. At La Zenza, I got in trouble for having my ass being shown with the leggings. But when my boobs were out in Mexico, because I don't have boobs, nobody cared. Like, it's just annoying that it's like, yo, like you can't just have what you have.
Yeah. All right. You touched on a lot of things I was going to touch on.
Yeah, sorry. I had to get it in. This is a topic I'm very like, I always rant about.
So I everything that you said is exactly what I was going to just reiterate is like, some of these women can't help it that the fact that she had an ass and you can't really make something like that. You know what I mean? Teacher Bay is actually pregnant as well.
Is she?
Yeah, she's pregnant. Don't know who the father is though.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You don't know who the father is? Or she doesn't know who the father is?
No one knows who the father is. Okay. She might know, but no one else knows. Okay. She's probably not with him. I don't want to say that. I don't want to shit on her. Okay. She's about to have a beautiful blessing. I don't want to talk about, so Teacher Bay she has a kid. She's pregnant.
Yeah.
But this woman right here, she said that she wants to mix the two of being an educator and a model at the same time to let you know that she's diverse and shit like that. And she put the lesson plan up there to let people know that she's educated or she's educating a class full of people. I mean, all fine and dandy. I look at it and like, yo, why people act like they never seen ass before? Yeah. Why people never act like they seen a fine ass teacher before? Like all that shit's not new to me. Like I looked at him like, oh shit, that's a fat ass. And me as a kid, if me as a college student go to class and my teacher has a fat ass, it's only going to be impressive for like the first day, maybe like the first few class times. After that shit gets tired. It's
normalized.
Yeah, it's like yo, shit. And then you might go to the class and the class is whack. It's like yo, the big ass teacher teaching out these whack ass lessons. You know what I mean? So, yeah. I mean, I look at it like, all right, cool. I don't really take too much onus into it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've always been like I get so angry when I see this stuff because it's just like you can't help that you have a shape.
Can't help
it. They always say
if
you got it, flaunt it. But like this isn't even people trying to flaunt it.
Yeah.
Just annoying that all the pancake ass bitches can wear this shit and not get in trouble.
I mean, I look at it like this. It's like, yo, I think it's like cancel culture type shit. Like people be over impulsive to react to some shit.
It's the haters who don't have it.
It's like I look at it like, yo, she got an ass. You guys act like you never seen no ass before.
Yeah, it's because they don't have it. They're jealous. That's why. That's why. That's the conclusion I've come to.
Yeah.
Next.
All right, so I see that you got one of these things. You pulled a clip from the 15th finale of Keeping Up with the Kardashians when Kim addresses the slavery comment, but she was wrong anyways. She was wrong. That's why the clip got pulled. She's like, if you listen to the clip, that's not what he said. That was just the headline. He said that. Okay, can't do that voice for too long. She said that he said slavery was 400 years. If it's going to be another 400 years, that sounds like some bullshit to me. That was probably what she told him.
That's probably what she wished he had said.
Her, yeah.
But she, even in the video, I talked about it on my YouTube video again too. She was looking, during her confessional, she's always looking straight at the camera, like any normal person would. In this one, she's looking up and to the left. The episode before this, she met with a mentalist who said when people lie, they look up and to the left.
Yeah, people do.
She was looking up and to the left the entire time. It was almost like she was reading something off to the side, and like maybe her mom was holding some giant cue cards or something with "This is what he said. Remember this." I don't know, but it was She's
wrong though.
She's wrong. No, that's why I got pulled.
Yeah. She's wrong, but that's what probably he told her in the conversation after she addressed it. It's like, what do you mean like that? It's like,
she probably didn't watch the TMZ thing.
Yeah, or she probably just heard the banter of shit going on. It was like, yo, Kanye, what did you mean to say? It's like, yeah, I know this doesn't look good, but yeah, 400 years of slavery, another 400 years. She was like, oh, okay, I get you.
But it's smart that they pulled this, because if they didn't pull it, it would have caused, actually, it might have been better for them and caused more publicity. I mean, not a lot of people knew about this.
It would have helped the narrative for Kanye anyways. Let's be honest. It was like, oh, that's what he said. Because at first when I seen it, when I heard him, like, yeah, honestly, I was in my mind, I was like, yeah, that's what I guess he meant, because he kind of cleaned it up further on.
Yeah.
But I looked at it as like, oh, maybe I watched the TMZ shit wrong. And then I seen the comparison, what Kanye actually said on the TMZ interview versus what she said. I'm like, all right, yeah, he didn't say that.
Yeah.
But I understand that her sentiment of understanding what he meant because of probably private conversations. So on the TV show, she probably was like, oh, said this, but in actuality, he didn't.
To be honest, I'm just waiting for her to do something about this whole Cyntoia Brown thing.
Cyntoia Brown?
Yeah.
Was she supposed to help her out?
No, but I would like to see her do that, since she's helped out. She helped out Miss Alice. I don't know her first name. I think Alice is Alice Johnson. Yeah.
And then she's supposed to help out this other dude.
Yes, another guy. Yeah, I would like to see her help Cyntoia Brown, since she's so young.
Cyntoia Brown's supposed to be spending what, 50-something years?
51.
Yeah, and she what?
Before being eligible for parole. She's like 15, or she was 15. I think she's 18 now.
She's not 18 now.
I think she's something like that.
She's like 30-something.
Are you sure? She was 16 in 2004.
2004.
So, shit. So you're right. She's 20-something.
She's 30-something.
26. So 4. Okay, yeah. She's 30 on the dot.
She's not.
20. Yeah, because 2014 would be she's 26 plus another 4 years. We're in 2018, so she's 30.
She's 30 now.
Yeah.
Damn.
No, but still, that's still pretty young.
Damn. Yeah, that's fucked up.
Okay.
Damn. We want to talk about the Cyntoia Brown thing? Because I remember seeing it. She killed her pimp, right?
Yeah, she killed him.
He went viral. This story went viral.
Not too long ago. Yeah. Definitely not when it happened, but it was more recent. She was convicted of first-degree murder and received so she killed 43-year-old real estate. They call him real estate agent, but he was her pimp. Yeah, in 2004, she shot and killed him, and she said she did it because he was soliciting her for sex. Prosecutors said she killed him to rob him. Who
cares?
Yeah,
dude was soliciting for sex.
So, but they don't believe that. Well, they're trying to twist it. She was convicted of first-degree murder and received a life sentence after July 1st, 1995. And
1995.
Yeah.
Hold on, what?
Wait.
How?
In a complex Tennessee defendants. Sorry. Defendants like her who are convicted of first-degree murder and received sentence after July 1st, 1995 are not eligible for release until they serve at least 5 decades behind bars. So that's the reasoning behind her 51 years.
Why?
I don't know.
So what she has to serve?
She has to serve 50. She has to serve a minimum of 50 years. So they gave her 51 behind bars before being eligible for parole in the state of Tennessee.
Yo, that is fucked up. Yo, they give out football numbers over some dumb shit.
Yeah.
Football
especially
numbers.
when it has to be like in terms
50
of
years?
Yeah.
She would get out when she was like 80 something?
So yeah, 81 she would be if she even makes it that far.
What the fuck?
That's fucked, man.
That's your whole life gone.
Over something that you didn't even have a say in.
That's your whole life gone in prison. Yo.
So does this mean like it would make me a little bit happier to know that if from when she was 16 to 26, so from 16 till now, she was free, or was she still locked up?
Depends. I really don't know that.
Because if she was locked up, that would mean she would get out 71 years old.
I mean, to be honest, they would probably try to hit her with time. Like Laura would have tried to use time served.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So if she was still in jail for these past 10 or 14 years, then it would be dropped to 51 minus 14 would be 46. No, 47. I'm not good at math, but 47. Damn. So that would be 47 more years on top of 30. She'd be 77. Damn. That's crazy. I feel bad for her. I really hope Kim does something about this.
I hope so. She's been helping. Well, she only really helped one person this year.
Yeah, but I hope she helps this one.
Yeah.
Because this is a case that a lot of celebrities. I swear Kim did speak on this case too.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if she'd do anything about it, but man, that's fucked up.
The sad thing is the fact that we're relying on not somebody like Kim Kardashian, but a reality TV star to get her out of jail. That's how you know the American system is fucked.
Well, I mean, it's not we're relying on them. It's someone that has a voice and gets and has access to get certain cases in front of people, in front of the right people.
Yeah.
And so in situations like this, where you know someone, that's how Meek Mill was able to get free. So in a way, because he had Al Sharpton, Jay-Z, the CEO of the Philadelphia 76ers. Mm-hmm. He had a whole bunch of people, like public people, to speak on his case, saying that's unfair, it's heavy-handed, unjust, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Kevin Hart spoke on it. We had a lot of famous people who could bring a lot of attention to certain things come to Meek's side, and that's why he was able to get out, because of just the situation of his case and the severity of it. It was like, come on, man, that's so heavy-handed over for a dirt bike riding and shit like that.
Yeah.
That's heavy-handed. You should never give it to him like that.
Yeah, no, definitely.
So when Kim was able to meet up with Donald Trump and talk about prison reform, it's not that we rely on her. It's the fact that all these advocacy groups that are out there trying to help people in prison do certain things that they can't, they don't have fucking access.
Yeah.
So when Kim, or let's say a Jay-Z or Beyonce or like a Kevin Hart or whatever comes in and has access to the White House and able to talk to the president, which a lot of people in general, a lot of, let's say, black people make up a majority of the incarceration rate in America. Mm-hmm. So a lot of the black people in America don't even fuck with Donald Trump on a celebrity scale. So it's like, it's who you really trying to help. If you're trying to help your people, you can't say fuck Donald Trump. And you see Kim Kardashian making nice with Donald Trump and helping black people. Well, she helped one black person and she's attempting to help someone else. Yeah. But she's also aligned herself with that thing. Is like, you know what? Maybe let me try to see what I could do. And what she's doing is able to make some work. She was able to get Alice Brown out after one meeting. Yeah.
I just think what I'm trying to say is like, it's just sad that's what it comes down to, is when, even though we have these advocacy groups who have the facts and they have the numbers and everything needed, they just need that one person who has that sort of celebrity pull on it. Even an episode of the Kardashians, Kourtney was asked to be on go to speak to Congress about some laws regarding the like personal hygiene and baby products, like what goes into them and stuff, and how we should be notified about, or they should be notified about what's actually on them and if they're really harmful or not. Yeah. Or if they're guinea pigs using them, like are they the first batch of people to try them out? And the group like was even saying, they were like, we're so thankful to like have your voice and stuff, but like they already had everything. Kourtney just had to go up there and say like, yeah, this is important to me, whatever. Yeah. And that's it. Like
sometimes that's all you need.
That's shitty.
Sometimes that's all you need. All right, let's talk about this. Kevin Hart steps down from hosting the Oscars. I think this guy did a great thing. Mm-hmm. And why I say that is because dude used the F word, said some gay jokes back in the day, which was fucking totally fine 10 fucking years ago, or almost 10 years ago. That shit was cool. Shit was cool.
Yeah.
No one really gave no fucks about it. And now that he's hosting something, people want to dig up into your Twitter. See, this is what the lame shit, this is what lame people do, right? They see you get some light and they try to just dig up some dirt so they can hate on you, and then they bring some light. Yo, bro, yo, eat a dick, bro.
Well, even
suck a dick.
And he even said like this has already been brought up in previous situations.
Yeah, and it has.
He's been offered roles and he's already apologized for it. So if he was already punished for it before, and whatever opportunities were taken away from him then, it doesn't need to happen now. It was 10 years ago, a decade ago, and like obviously people, we've spoken about this. We both agree that people change. Like I just think I think the Academy made the wrong choice and they fucked up and they look stupid at this point.
No, they should have stood with him. It's like fuck that.
And even what's it called? I think it was Tyrese. He posted tweets. He pulled up some tweets from Chelsea Handler. And
no,
Amy
it was
Schumer.
Nick Cannon. It was Nick Cannon.
Oh, Nick Cannon
and
posting,
saying
about slang, like homophobic slang. That they use.
So the weird thing is, this is why I don't be fucking with people. Because me personally, I looked at what Nick Cannon did. I'm like, yeah, that shit kind of corny, bro. Like I say it's corny not because it's like you trying to fight fire with fire.
Yeah.
It's not gonna work. And the reason why it didn't work is he brought those up. Those are white women. He brought those up, and then some gay dude had a thread talking about how, as a gay person, we knew that Chelsea Handler and all these girls were making jokes, and we didn't see the jokes that had nothing to do with violence against gays towards gays, and we understand that Kevin Hart. When I read his tweets, I felt some type of way. You know, go eat it. I mean, you are gonna suck a dick, but I mean, but I don't. I say that to say like, yo, just shut the fuck up. Like, you know, Kevin Hart's not out here smacking gay people. Yeah, like you know this.
What I do think.
And my thing is, if in all honesty, if dude said, yo, I don't want my son to be gay, but I'm still going to love him, what type of wrong shit is that? It's like I don't want my son to be a criminal, but I'm still going to love him, right? It's the same fucking thing.
I do think there was one wrong thing in this.
What was that?
And that is Gary Owens. He was the first celebrity that stood up for Kevin after this happened. Obviously, that's his boy. But pretty much what he said was that Kevin should get a pass for these comments regardless because he's a comedian. He was like, you know, he's not a gay basher. He's like, just stop it. He's just a comedian, just cutting it up with his boys. But however, the reason I think that's wrong is because, like, yes, I get it. Comedians poke fun at everything.
Comedians are supposed to poke fun at what's going on in society.
Yes, but I just don't think it's okay to be like, gay people are the punchline for the next couple of years. Like, the LGBTQ community is not a punchline, because then it's like, how are you going to feel when you become the punchline? You know what I mean? I think
Michael Jackson was a punchline before he died.
Yeah,
that dude had it. That dude got it a lot.
Yeah, no, but I think, like, it's just the fact that it's like the whole community becomes a punchline. It's I don't know. That's where it becomes kind of wishy-washy for me. But I do think Kevin made the right choice for stepping down because he's already acknowledged it all.
It's like, yeah, you go eat a dick. I'm not going to apologize for shit. I'm not. And when you start groveling and apologizing for shit, it's like, now you make me look bad as a man. Yeah. You know what I mean? But I look at it like this. Like, Kevin Hart, he did something that a lot of people wouldn't do. He's like, most people would apologize and was like, move forward, but he was like, nah, man, this shit's been addressed. Like, go eat a dick. Like, I don't need the Oscars. I already got the eligibility to host it, but I never got to host it. But fuck it,
he doesn't need that bag.
Yeah, I mean, fuck the bag. You know, Oscars whack anyways.
Yeah.
But also, I say that to say this, like, comedians right now, they've always had the pass to speak on what's going on in society and poke fun at shit. And let's be honest, there's no. People would make fun of gay people because that was the move. Mm-hmm. That was the thing to do. So
why do you keep looking at your phone?
Because Ada's texting me some shit about today. I'm keeping this in anyways. I'm not in this shit. So comedians poke fun, but the thing is, like I said earlier on in the podcast, people get impulsive about shit and they just want to react to it. And with Twitter being there, it's like, oh, let me just tweet some shit, and it could get catched up by people. So when people say, when a comedian says some offensive, somewhat, but it's funny, people like see the offensiveness of it. It's like, oh, he said this or he said that, and then people take the shit out of context, not knowing that he's a comedian and shit like that. And it starts to a snowball effect of just offensive, and I'm supposed to apologize. As a comedian, I think who really fucked it up, a lot of people would say this, is Tracy Morgan. Yeah. He fucked it up for a lot of comedians when he apologized for his jokes. And that kind of set the precedence to like, all right, I'm a comedian and I'm accountable for saying shit, and I should be held accountable for saying shit. And my jokes can be used as real life incidents that could affect my life. If Tracy Morgan never said I apologize for his jokes, just so he could stay on 30 Rock or whatever that bullshit show,
I think that's what it was called.
Yeah, shit would be so different. When you apologize for something that you innately do as a career or something like that, now it switches the paradigm of things. So me as a comedian, if I was making jokes about gay shit, or I was making jokes about regular shit, race shit, and I apologize for that, you know what that says? It says like, you know what you're doing is wrong. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it says that you and your fellow colleagues are held accountable at the same standard that you have set for other people.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. And that's what Kevin Hart has to apologize. That's why Tracy Morgan apologized. That's why Dave Chappelle probably came out and apologized. That's why a whole bunch of all these comedians have come out to apologize and say like, we didn't mean it. I apologize for my actions. You know what I mean? Like, all that type of shit. It's like, no, bro, stand on your fucking stand on. And yeah, you might lose the bag, but it's not about the bag. It's about your reputation. And it's about how do you deem yourself, how do you go to sleep at night knowing that you were able to stick to your guns at the end of the day. And that's what it should be about. Yeah. But shout out to Uncle Russ, all the way out in Bali, supporting his man Kevin Russ. Come back home, Russell. # come back home, Russell. We need to get you back in America. You got crimes you got to answer to.
Oh, man. And you know, this was just an assumption I made that he weighed in from Bali.
Yo, that man's in Bali right now. Yo, come back home, Russell.
Did you want to talk about your hot take that we didn't get to talk about last week?
Also, I talked about a little bit on the A-Team show. Okay. And I kind of said that masculinity is under attack by society because masculinity is deemed as a dangerous, toxic thing that is destroying the fabric of our society, which people, quote unquote, people are looking at. People say toxic masculinity is what's causing rape culture to evolve. Toxic masculinity is causing men to not be expressive about their emotion. Toxic masculinity is causing of homophobia to be on the rise. Toxic masculinity is deemed as an oppression to women. You know, masculinity is seen as something that men cannot no longer be, but when they are deemed as a necessary evil or evil to women and other men.
But that's the thing. Masculinity doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be a homophobe or you have to be.
It's not.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. And so it's like when people are saying that when all of a sudden when there is that one guy who is a homophobe, and yeah, I'm talking to all of you who hit the pause when you're eating a fucking banana.
Pause.
Okay. That shit pisses me off. Or a hot dog.
Pause.
It's like when there are those people like that, then it's like, okay, that you can't generate that into all of masculinity. It's not like, yeah, he's a dude, but does that mean that that's a masculine trait that he has? I think society is just overly sensitive with everything. It's like the whole feminism thing.
It's like the whole feminism thing?
Yeah, like they don't really know what.
No, I don't think masculine, because there's no masculine movement. It's just the fact that, say, me being grounded and me being a man, that might be offensive to someone. It's like, oh, you because you're a man, you can't do this and that. And people want to hate on that, and people want to bring that down. The castration of men in society is so rampant right now, where they want to cut down men and make them very feminine and feminize them, have them wearing dresses and have them expressive, being extra emotional. That's why you see there's a lot of whole ass niggas out there, though, to be honest with you. There's a lot of guys who play who play like they're tough, but in reality they're really like really super emotional. And behind closed doors, when they're with the woman, they throw a side that is so bitch made, and so fucking ridiculous. It's like, my God, you really like this?
Yeah.
Like for me, I'm for real. I'm myself all the time, even behind closed door. I'll let one of these chicks know. They know how I am. I cover my face when I ejaculate, for real.
Oh my God. I know, but I get that. I know somebody who's like that, where it's like behind closed doors, they're completely
bitch made.
Person. Yeah.
Bitch made. Yeah. And that's what, and I think women like that now. Women like the emasculated man. They don't like the man's man. And I'm not saying a man's man meaning you got to be disrespectful to women. I mean, a man's man, that means he stands on some type of morals, principles, and lives his life through parameters. And he upholds the masculine traits and things like that. Mm-hmm. He doesn't fold under pressure to appeal to a woman because he knows that he is the king.
Yeah.
But, society's trying to castrate a lot of men, trying to effeminize them, have them wearing dresses and doing a whole bunch of fruity shit to appeal to the homosexual crowd. Because once a man is deemed as looked as homosexual, then throughout society he's deemed as weaker.
Yeah.
I don't even care how strong the LGBTQ, the homosexual community is. When a man or when a cisgender man or a straight gender man is deemed as somewhat homosexual in the eyes of society,
100% deemed as weaker. Yes.
He's deemed as weaker. Right?
It's like those people in high school that you were never sure if they were gay or not.
Yeah, he was androgynous.
But they were very, they were feminine in certain ways. And you view them as weaker. Yes,
we
100%.
view them weaker, and they're more accepted in society. Because the worst thing in the world is a black man that's affirmative in himself. And when a black man who's affirmative in himself goes onto society, he's often negated because he's so strong. He's like, what type of black man should you be? Affirmative and strong in your will. You should be somewhat less assertive and less, masculine, so you're able to get jobs. That's why black people put on the white voice. That's why black men tend to, soften themselves around others, because when they're deemed as strong, you're deemed as, I can't have you around because you're gonna cause some type of friction. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I don't know if this goes for every type of man. I'm only speaking for myself and men of black race. I mean, it might be the same through all around, but let's say the attack on masculinity is very rampant, and women and society and the homosexual community, I'm not going to blame anything. Yeah. But they tend to want to castrate a lot of the straight males and effeminize them and demasculate them into being somewhat of a weaker people. Yeah. I could be wrong about this anyway.
No, I can see that.
That's why I just want to talk about.
Even when I think about like my dad, for example, he's not very emotional at all. Yeah. I don't get any I love you, or I don't even get hugs from him. It's like, I'm lucky I get one hug a year. It's on my birthday. Yeah. And it's not a proper hug. It's just a one arm little pat on the back, like, happy birthday. Yeah. That's it. I love you. If I'm lucky, once a year. That's it. So it's like, and my mom was always talking like, oh, I wish your dad was like, showed a little more emotion, or like told you guys he loved you more, or did more of this and more of that, whatever.
You're going to grow up one day and you're going to go like, yo, my dad really loved me, because you're going to take in the small things that he done. Yeah. Like sometimes you got to look at it like that. Sometimes the man doesn't got to do all of that.
Don't get it twisted. I know he loves me, but it would be nice to hear it more than 0 to 1 times a year. Because when you fight with your parents, or you fight with a man or somebody who doesn't show that emotion, it's like you really do think that they don't love you. Yeah. So I've been butting heads with my dad nonstop for the last 2 weeks, and sometimes I'm really sitting there like, do you even actually like me? Like, forget love. Like, do you even like me?
Man. I mean, I look at this next girl. She hit me up. I was talking to her. She's like, yo, you don't show. You're very hard to read. I don't know if you're really interested. I'm like, I'm talking to you, ain't I?
But it's true. It is true. I will say that.
Let's be honest. The most important thing a man can give a woman is time. If I'm giving you my fucking time, which I know is precious to me, the fuck you talking about? You're hard to read.
But if I'm giving you affirmations and really showing you that, and explaining and telling you that I'm about you, and I'm not getting the same from you, especially in the day and age and the society we're in, and the games that people be playing, men and women both, it is nice to get that affirmation back at least and mean it.
Yeah, I'm
and
giving
some
you my
some sort of like confirmation that you are like.
I'm giving you my time.
Like, do you tell people you love them?
I don't tell girls I love them because I haven't loved a girl.
Okay, well, like, do you tell your mom you love her?
I mean,
see,
I give her hugs and kiss on her cheeks, and she be appreciative of that. Like, I'm not like,
okay,
but
like,
I didn't really grow up like that. My mom wasn't really hugging me like, "Yo, I love you, son," and type of stuff. Like, my mom was texting me "dear" and shit like that. Oh yes, dear. I'm like, yeah, I'm like, yo, my mom was weird like that.
But even off of that, like, my dad was fine with us growing up.
Yeah, like you're a child.
Once we hit a certain age, it was like, okay, we stopped. Like, I remember when I was a kid, my dad used to come home from work every day, and he would crouch at the door and say, "Nina, I'm home," and open his arms, and I would come running from wherever I was in the house, jump into his arms, and he'd throw me in the air, whatever, hug me, kiss me, whatever. Then it's like,
when you grow up, you put down the childish things. It's like, I'm not gonna do that. Like, you're a 16, 20-year-old
woman. My mom still does it to me. Like, my mom is still like cuddles up with me, or like she's like always like telling me she loves me and like smothering me with love.
Your father's trying to make you grow up. And see, that's the type of father I need to be. I want to. If I have daughters, I gotta. Because a lot of the times,
yeah, but you can still make me grow up by still telling me you love me. Like, what the fuck?
Why you need me to tell you? I got this roof over my head, ain't I?
Yeah,
I put food in your belly, ain't I?
Yeah, but it's
so what are you talking about? I don't love you.
Because when we argue, people be saying shit, and then it's like, just tell me you love me after the fight.
No. See, that shit would fuck me up. I would hate when my mom did that, beat my ass, and then hug me after, send me mixed signals.
No, I like it because I know that they actually love
me. Don't. No, just on some like, yo, this is gonna hurt me more than it's gonna hurt you. Nah, bro, just don't do it. Just don't do it. But yeah, I mean, like, a lot of times you gotta look at the deeper picture.
Yeah.
If you're looking for love, if you're looking for someone to give you verbal affirmations, you're not looking deep enough. I'll always look at it like this. If I'm giving you my time, if I'm doing certain things around you, if I'm telling you certain things about myself and about my past, my present, and my objective, which a man should do, that means I deem you enough worthy to be in my presence, and I deem my time not to be wasted around you. You know what I mean? So if I'm doing all of that, you gotta look to, and if you're just going like, you know what, he doesn't tell me he likes me, he doesn't let me love me, that means you ain't even paying attention to me, bitch.
No, but that's the problem. It's like that comes down to similarly. I know we're running out of time. It comes down to mixed signals. It's like you can do these actions, these little tell me about your past and your present and your future and whatever. But it's like, if you're still not there at the end of the day telling me you love me, it's like, who else are you telling about your past, present, and future? For me, what it comes down to is, if you're not going to tell me you love me, action wise, what it comes down to is like the effort you put into what we have going on, whether it's planning the date or doing romantic things on the date, writing me a little hand letter and delivering me roses to my house, something like that. That's what it comes down to for me. If you're not going to say I love you.
And to be honest, all you really need is for someone to like you. If someone likes you, they'll be with you for almost their eternity.
Are you what? If somebody no.
Yeah. That's next podcast.
Okay.
I'll break it down between the likes and love and why you want.
Because I have a perfect hot take for the next one, someone, right under yours.
Why you should like someone more than you should love them.
Okay, we'll talk about it on the next one because I have that hot take there.
All right, then, cool.
Okay.
All right, so thank you guys for listening. This is another episode of the Educated and the Reckless podcast. Hope you guys were educated. Hope you guys were entertained by our reckless conversation.
Yep.
And see you guys next week because we will be back here again for episode 22 because we in this shit.
Yep.
All right, man, take it easy. You could catch us on Google Play.
Apple Podcasts, Spotify.
It's gonna make a lot more sense when we're on YouTube again and have videos and shit.
Again, what do you mean?
Not again, but once we have like videos,
like real videos.
Yeah, and someone pops up on our shit and it's like, oh, you can catch if you're watching us right now and you want to listen to us. You can listen to us on Apple, Spotify, and shit like that. Yeah. Okay. Well, all right, but make sure you guys subscribe and rate,
like, share, rate.
Yeah, share.
Yeah, tell us what you think.
Yeah. All right, then. Take it easy. This has been your host of Apollo P and
NoBetterNina.
And this has been the Educated and the Reckless podcast.